This is Mary. You're watching Cards TV. I'm on my way out the door to a Sweet 16 birthday party. It's a sweet, special young lady in my family, but I wanted to take a minute and get this card together and show you guys how I did it. I'm using the Forever Young cartridge, and I decided to use the model on page 43. And I'm going to cut all the pieces to her and the shadow, and then I want to have some kind of flower, and there's several flowers in here. I'm not sure yet which one I'm going to use, but there's several that look good to me. So I'm going to go and pick out some cardstock. I think I want it to have some pink, of course, because she is a girly girl, and probably maybe some black with that or some white. But I'm going to go ahead and pick out all my papers, get everything ready, and we're going to put this card together real quick because, like I said, I got to get out the door. That party starts in just a couple of hours. Okay, I picked out this pink. It's not a hot pink, but it's a very pretty feminine pink, and I've decided to do a portrait card. So I cut my cardstock at 4 1/4 by 11, scored it in the center, folded it in half. So we have a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch portrait card. On top of that, I think I'm going to put a white mat. So I've cut this one at 4 by 5 1/4. And I found this really cute paper. It's got kind of it's not a brown background. It's kind of a camel color background. But it's got butterflies and hearts and little paisley doodlings and little polka dots. It's just really cute, and I think it's really feminine. We're going to put that on top of that, and this little mat is 3 3/4 by 5. I'm not going to adhere this one down though, just in case I decide I want to run some ribbon across there, but I am going to go ahead and adhere the white mat down. So we'll use our ATG gun for that. Okay, I've got my white mat adhered to my portrait card. Now, like I said, I'm using the model on page 43, and that's model number 20. And to fit on this card, I decided I needed to cut her at 4 3/4. And I've cut her out of black. That's the model right here. For her dress, I picked the same pink. This is the background for her dress right here. And it's the same pink as the card, and that's going to go on right there. Now, to brighten it up, there's an overlay. Here's her skirt that goes on top, and that's some black and white polka dotted paper. And then there's this little camisole top that goes on top of that. And that's, both of these pieces are cut right here on layer on page 43. And then I cut a white shadow for her to help her stand out from this background paper. I think this is going to be really, really cute. And I'm going to take my two-way glue pen to put her together because she's got these thin little legs like we all wish we had, and you know, thin little pieces on her. So I'm going to use this to put her together. It won't take but just a minute. Okay, I've got the pretty little model all put together. Love this little black and white polka dotted dress, and it looks like it has a pink ruffle at the top and the bottom, and then a pink sash. I think that's very much a little girly girl model. And that's for the front, and I cut all of her pieces at 4 3/4. Now for the flower, I'm using two different flowers because I couldn't find one that I really, really liked. So on page 69, for the flower base, I cut this part of the flower because the petals look like hearts, and I cut it out of the same black and white polka dot as her dress. But I don't like this inside to this flower. So I flipped over to page 70, and I really do like this for the center. And then this Sweet 16 is going to be on top of this. I did this on the computer, and the font is, I believe it's Lucinda Calligraphy at 16 points, and it says Sweet 16, and I punched it out with a 1-inch circle punch. And I'm going to layer all this together. Now the black and white flower on page 69, I cut it 2 1/4. Then this pink part from this flower right here on page 70, I cut at 3 inches. This is flower 7, this is flower 6. We're going to layer those together just like that. And this is going to go on the front of the card too. So let me get my ATG gun and my two-way glue pen and put this together. Okay, I've got some glue on the back of this center. And we're going to put that down right there. And I think the ATG gun will work for this. And that's going to go right in the center, like the center of the flower. I think this is going to be really cute on the front of this card. Okay, I found some pink ribbon that's kind of the same color as the cardstock. It was as close as I could get. This ribbon is 1/4 of an inch wide, and I just put some ATG gun on the back of it and then wrapped it around the back. And I've tied a bow out of some of it, and I'm going to put this on right there with the glue dot. But first I'm going to adhere this to the front of the card. Okay, I've got my model on some pop dots, and I'm going to add her right about here. And I've got my Sweet 16 flower also on some pop dots, which is going to go right up here in the corner, and I'm going to turn it at a little bit of an angle. And here's my little bow, and I've got it on a little mini glue dot. And it's going to go right there, I think. Let's move it over just a tad. And it's looking a little squashed. We'll fluff it up. Oh, I think that turned out really pretty. And I think it's going to go over really well, especially with a gift card tucked inside. That always works, doesn't it, guys? Thanks so much for coming by today, guys. I'm on my way out the door. I got this done just in time. But I'll see you again really soon. Bye now.